Yeah, so I think like I just love being competitive. I still get nervous. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel the nerves, but I just think I'm good at dealing with it.
Okay.
Like that inner voice, number one, always comes up, and you have to suppress it or maybe allow it in, but understand that like it's wrong. So I'm not like, no, don't think these thoughts, but I definitely get them like, oh shit, like I don't feel too good today. Like I don't feel like 100%. I'm not going to fight too well in this match. It's like you got to be able to like, no, I feel good. Like I'm ready. It is what it is.
Yep.
But also like, um, uh, I definitely gotten better at competing. Like even as a white belt and a blue belt, the nerves got to me. I've had matches where like my forearms were completely
Oh God, yeah,
obliterated,
that's the worst
and
feeling ever.
and I'm
Yeah.
just like my lips are like blue for some reason. Like there's no blood flow to my
There's no
head.
oxygen going to your
Yeah,
brain. Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
So like I've had those.
It's all in your forearms, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I've definitely had that, and you're going to experience that. It's like very rare for someone to just be like, no, I was good. I'm still trying to achieve that, like feeling like I do in the training room at the tournament. And that just comes with like competing a lot, really. Um,
Right.
of course, now I can't do it. So probably most people are going to be rusty, but you can practice it in different ways. Like our comp training, I'll psych myself up like I'm about to do a tournament against these guys,
Yes. Yep.
and I get nervous for comp training sometimes, and I use that as if like I'm in a tournament. So it's not a new experience when I'm stepping on the mats at a big tournament. I felt
Exactly.
this like 3 times a week or whatever, and you can sort of visualize the tournament when you're on your training mats, which is tough because you get so comfortable in your academy, right?
Exactly. And the thing that's hard too is you kind of know what to expect. You sort of
Yes.
like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have crazy roles, but they tend to follow,
Yep.
there's a roadmap of how it goes. So there
Exactly.
isn't
For sure.
quite the unknown. I know how strong he is. I know what his conditioning's like. I know this, I know
Yeah.
that. So it's
Yeah.
different that way. But yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta visualize it. I like to visualize like for worlds. I'll watch matches and I picture myself like walking onto those mats. Like I'm gonna be standing right there, and they're gonna call me up, and I'm gonna run on. I'm gonna shake the ref's hand. I like to go through that just so it feels like, again, it doesn't feel like a new experience.
Right.
I've been there before,
Yep.
and
Well,
that really helps me.
it's such a fun, not funny, but a good piece that you talked about. Like, I sort of did a video about like people dealing with anxiety before competition, and the one piece that helped me was mimicking tournament conditions as much as possible in your training.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
there was
Yes.
one day we did a mock tournament. We had like he'd do like 3 matches, and it was like you'd have to wait between them, and like,
Perfect. Yeah.
you know what I mean. And even though they're
Yep.
similar people, there's something at stake. People are watching. You get
Yes.
anxious, and it's like I made the mistake in the past of I just do like normal classes and then I go to the tournament. And it was
Right.
just the intensity's different, the pace is different. A
Yep.
lot of times we would do our rounds at the end of the class when we were so tired and sweaty already.
Right.
But I
Right.
find in tournaments you're more pumped up. It's more dynamic, it's more
Yes.
explosive. So I would
Yep.
try to do my rounds with a warm up, of course, but more fresh, because
Yes. Yes. That's
that's what it
important.
was going to be like in the tournament. I
Yep.
wasn't going to have an hour and a half of sweating to get ready.
Right.
So
Right.
that's really interesting, and I do think that competition is a skill, right? Like
Yep.
you could be the
100%.
best. I mean, we all know people that are probably in the training room a savage, but then under the lights they're different
Hmm.
because it's a different skill set in a way,
Yep.
right? The
Yep.
mental piece and all that kind of stuff. Would you agree with that?
We have guys like that who are unreal, and they just like for
Name
whatever
the
reason.
names, Nathan. Name the names here.
I'll
No, I'm
name.
kidding. I'm joking. I
No,
don't want
no.
you to put anybody in blast.
We all know.